Hello, welcome to Yourvieww. I am Moriah Afolabi Brown. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Oh, I have my lovely co-host here.
Hello.
Yeah, James Bond moved this morning. Everybody was stuck in traffic.
Yes. There was my husband called me because he left very early this morning, and as at 7:30 he hadn't gotten to 3rd Milan. He said there was a truck carrying sand or something, a tipper that fell after corn oil on the road to what's it called, 3rd Milan. So I think it just blocked. And yeah, but congratulations to Tops It Up.
Yes, sir.
Yay!
We delivered a
baby boy.
We all delivered it just this morning.
Yes, sir.
4 a.m. this morning.
No wonder she didn't call anybody. We were planning to take
cameras that wanted to be there this morning, but congratulations.
Congratulations,
It's Ojoro, because she was still talking to us at 11:30 last night, and she never mentioned that maybe her waters broke or she was feeling labor pains or anything. Congratulations, Tokwe. God bless you.
Yes.
And at the beginning of the Holy Week.
Yes,
so
that's
congratulations.
For as long as your view is concerned, this is breaking news.
Serious breaking news.
For many fans.
Yes, so breaking news. I'm so excited.
She mentioned that the people at the hospital, that
they
they're all
watch
fans of
your
Yourvieww.
views. So they know we're going to announce this
Thank
morning.
you, nurses, for taking good care of
Yes,
us.
so we're all coming there. All road leads to that hospital.
Yes, so.
After this show. How you doing, Cyril?
Great. Wonderful things are happening.
The only wonderful thing you want to hear is the wonderful thing that makes
Can you
us
see my
happy.
eyes?
You will see, yeah.
You will see here. These wonderful things. Cyril.
By the grace of God, let it be this
2016.
year.
Hey, hallelujah. We receive it for you in Jesus' name. Where is she from?
We'll come with all our
No,
games.
we've not got to that
London or Japan. Where?
point. I don't know.
Oh, you never even reached the, you never even moved to the game.
You women,
I'm
pressure.
saying, it's true now. We could look at him all put together, a newsman, a journalist.
I'm very comfortable in the midst. I did primary two in an all-girls school.
So what?
So what does that mean?
So I'm very comfortable and very much at home.
Wait, you did primary two in an all-girls school. Did
Only
they
you.
confuse your identity?
No, they did not. That's another story.
That would be a juicy story for us to hear.
Gems are in the building.
We thank God for the beginning of the Holy Week. As a teenager, I was always excited because of the activities, every day for the Holy Week, especially Monday, Thursday, where rather than the Holy Communion being a wafer, is actually bread, unleavened bread. Like I never used to eat from my house. I was very excited about Monday, Thursday. But as I was thinking about it this morning, I realized that there are some people who are born special. You're unique. You're supposed to stand out. But because everyone else doesn't understand you and you're different from them, there's a lot of pressure to try to conform, make you be like everyone else. If you find yourself outstanding, I think you should just stand out and be yourself. Don't let people who don't have the same powers that you'd have, disturb your destiny.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Cool. Good. That was a nice sermon this
philosophy.
morning. You planned that sermon this morning.
That sermon, I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Ifeanyi.
Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Ifeanyi can hook me up. You know Mr. Ifeanyi?
Hey.
Mr. Ifeanyi
God will bless
has been hooking
you.
my friend up.
Oh
She
my
now
gosh.
hooked me up, sir. Mr. Ifeanyi can hook me up.
Oh, okay, Mr. Ifeanyi is the...
Our few guy.
petrol
Thank you
person.
so much. And there was a young man, Mr. John. Thank
John,
you so
thank you
much.
very much.
They are taking good care
3
of us.
gallons. I carry it.
Can you
Is that
imagine?
just anything you need? Don't worry. Just call me. I say, no problem.
That's nice.
So you know what?
Is that one power, TV power?
TVC cannot do me shakara in that TVC there. That our TVC place. You can't do me shakara. They say they don't have.
We have
player.
Mr.
I
Ifeanyi.
can't laugh enough.
He got our back.
Is that
Anyway,
TVC power or women power?
No. This is your people. Before we go on a quick break, last week we addressed MC Oluomo as the chairman of NURT. He actually isn't. He was the treasurer, or he's the treasurer. Not the. But we wanted to correct that.
Okay.
We shouldn't have said he was the chairman. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look through the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Lagos, the economic capital of West Africa, with a population of more than 20 million people. A lot of things happen here, but not all are well reported. From the island to the mainland, from the government house to your street, Inside Lagos brings you Lagos news in the most informative and entertaining way. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, and this is Inside Lagos. Showing on the station every Monday at 2:30 p.m.
Okay. I'm very cranky. I've not drank tea this morning. They should bring my water, I beg. The punch.
She's so real, she's punching it.
Yes, I'm punching it. Okay, Wike's chief of staff held for alleged gun attack on Peterside. PDP leads as INEC cancels poll in 2 more local governments. US-UK officials spotted 80 Chibok girls shortly after abduction, says report. Look, let's talk about this UK-US official spotting the Chibok girl.
Now, the article in Punch says that the US and the UK government, when they came to help Nigeria with the missing Chibok girls, actually knew where the girls were, but they didn't do anything to rescue them and left. Now, sometime last week, I read on Facebook that the reason they left, and these are speculations, nobody has verified the story, was that they told the Nigerian army that let us go and gas the place where they are, and that I don't know if the gas was supposed to make everyone sleep or something, and then we'll rescue the girls. But guess what? The next morning, all the Boko Haram fighters were wearing gas masks.
Yes, I read that on Facebook too.
And so they now said, if we can tell you something in confidence, and then the next
Overnight.
thing, are we sure that even we were safe?
But the report that we read this moment also was saying that they had this aerial view, and they spotted the tree, one tree where they had 80 girls surrounding that tree. So they knew the girls were exactly where they were, but they knew that no matter what approach they used, either on ground or they would know Boko Haram, either they would kill the girls or they would either. So they had a choice of either release the girls and knowing that you lose quite a number of them, or just leaving them alone and trying to find another way.
But this particular story is one wing of intelligence, just one wing of intelligence. Number one, we do not know if that surveillance that is taken to be to show that those were the particular Chibok girls, because you know that even after then they've been rescuing several other girls. That's one.
True.
The issue of having saboteurs in the army has long been established. But again, you see, the fact is that between then and now, what else has happened? You know, what more surveillance? I remember that President Buhari was saying that for them to go after the Chibok girls, they need credible intelligence. So what we need now is not what happened in the past. What we can take from now on. You know, I mean, if we have intelligence, what's our best bet going in? From this story, you also realize that they were saying that the operation was going to be extremely delicate because the fighters were using the girls as human shield.
Yes.
You can't take that away with or without gas masks. That's what terrorists and these people always do. They use the girls as or their captives as human shields. So all of these are on the cards. But as a nation, you know, and as a government, what's our best bet going forward? How do we want to? First of all, we need to get the intelligence correct. I do not really think that all the girls are still in one place and you know and in one piece. So what's our best way going forward?
They will mention in the article that some of them have been married off.
Of course,
actually.
some of them have been married
and
off.
repeatedly raped. It was even in this report. You know, they were brutally raped. So we need to.
It's just so sad that, you know, with something as delicate as the lives of human beings, that they were just dilly-dallying. You know, we just saw a lot of dilly-dallying. If concrete decisions were taken, I don't think would have been in the same mess that we're in today concerning the girls.
All right, let's take move on very quickly to the nation. INEC suspends action on Bloody Rivers rerun poll. Picture here of Peterside's orderly EC's leg after he was shot. Wike's chief of staff Emeka Woke, that's him right there in the red shirt. Panel invite Ihejirika minimum Dambazao over arms deal. 3 injured as fire raises biscuit firm in Lagos. Troops kill 7 Boko Haram fighters. Interesting. All right, so who read the story on this weekend on River State?
Is
It's
it
all over the papers?
Yes, I read it also, and I followed through from Saturday and yesterday. All sorts of news. We weren't even sure which one to believe, because some people will say, the SSG is here, or some people will say, it's Amechi that is here. Anyways, the Nation was saying that that INEC had to suspend the elections in Rivers State because only one federal constituency and 9 states seats were confirmed and the results announced. All the others, all sorts of things happened. Either the INEC official disappeared, or they used wrong results, blah blah blah. All sorts of things happened, and so they're saying that they have to suspend the elections. But that the ones that have been announced, though, that the results have been announced, will remain.
The weakest story, the what caught my attention this morning was the fact that that Coco Peterside was giving an account that he was attacked by suspected assassins. And they said that they went round like shooting at them. I think 2 of them were injured. And that when they now called up the SSS around that vicinity, and so they were able to go into the SSS compound. So the SSS now did a counter, fire back. So the guys abandoned their car. So they've identified that the person was Wike's chief of staff. His aide. I think it's his chief of staff or something. That he's part of the people that attempted the what's it called, the assassin. So I'm just wondering what assassination rather. What's causing all these things?
Why would you want to kill anyone?
The saddest part is that why can't we just have perfectly simple, peaceful elections without? We had one in Sokoto. What happened recently? Nothing. We didn't hear any.
Ben Bruce mentioned something on Twitter, and he said that we'll continue to have elections like this, especially in Rivers State, that is an oil-rich state.
It's an oil state.
When the politicians are, what's the word? Once they get into power, they're beneficiary of lots and lots of money. That as far as politics is such that it enriches the people, we'll always have politics like this.
All right.
I think if you look, sorry, let me just point 2 things out. Number one, I think that we need to investigate the psychology of this violence very seriously, because you see, I don't know. In the course of this violence, election took place in about 23 or 24 LGAs. 8 have been suspended, but the other ones perhaps relatively still went on. You can't tell me that those places, people just woke up and went to vote without any hitches. Perhaps, they were also, but my worry is this kind of atmosphere that throws up, the kind of leaders that it throws up will be products of violence.
Exactly.
So it is difficult. One. Then number 2, for Brick House, for the River State Government House, under Peter Odele, a law was passed that makes anybody who is an ex-governor a millionaire for life. So, the stakes are just extremely too high. You can't take these things away. I think we need to reduce the perks of office, and then INEC and the NOA need to go around carrying out very serious and rigorous political reorientation campaigns. It is important. If the actors of political violence can be arrested and prosecuted, those who are receiving these things, ought to be mentally immune from the incentives of political violence. I think we need to take that seriously.
Let's move on quickly to Vanguard, because all the papers actually have the same stories. Rerun polls, shootings continue in Rivers. Picture here of the Oba of Oni and his wife, when they visited the Sultan of Sokoto, also with the APC leader Shivaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. U.S. British government's new where Chibok girls were, ex-UK envoy. That's same story. We talked about that. Moving on very quickly to this day. Same story, I believe. INEC releases 10 results, suspends Rivers elections. US-UK government's new whereabouts of kidnapped Chibok girls. Improving education in the north. That's a picture of the former chairman, INEC. That's Professor Atahiru Jega. Where has he been?
Pro-Chancellor, I think, University of Jos.
Yes, so there he's with other people here at the, trying to project education in the north. With $24 million, Zenith records highest forex allocation from CBN. Right, so there aren't any other major stories. These are the 2 stories.
Well, I read the Zenith Bank issue. I'm happy for them. While the rest of us are making a whole lot of noise about Forex and everything, they're just, you know, banking the cash. You know.
Okay, that's all we can take on front page review. Lots of story trended this weekend. A lot. We had the El Rufai story. We had the QC story. But first, we're going to talk about the QC story, see how long that takes us. If we can touch on the El Rufai, Governor El Rufai, if we can touch on that, we can touch on that. But if not, we can move it till tomorrow. But I think we should talk about the Queen's College and this Mr. Oshifala. This drama. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, we read the report, which I'm sure you have also read all over Twitter, social media, that there has been an increase in sexual harassment of students in the school. There was a particular male teacher who has been accused of molesting a female student in Queen's College, Yaba, Lagos. We read this, the story broke, I think, was it yesterday or tonight?
No, it's been trending since last week.
Oh, since Friday.
Actually, I read it for the first time on Saturday.
Gained the
Momentum over the weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It gained momentum over the weekend where a parent actually wrote the ordeal of her daughter who went through, apparently, according to, allegedly, she said that her teacher, who was, according to her integrated science teacher, but they're not saying it's actually a biology teacher. She says he stays in the compound and at night he was drunk and he tried to molest her. Now, the school has responded. Do you have the response?
Oshifala himself has responded to say that these are the works of distractors, they are haters, it isn't true, that he doesn't even live at all within QC, that he stays in Ogba, in Haruno. Now, what the parent was saying was that her daughter, during one visiting day, had said that there's one integrated science teacher that molests students, especially her mate. She's in GS2. And then one particular night, late in the night, she called and said that she went to ease herself outside and this man was drunk. She was running away from him. He called her. She thought he wanted to punish her for being outside after lights out. And then he tried to kiss her. And then all the students came out and shouted on his head. Now, because these are just allegations, we're not going to be judges, but we're using this as a case study because it does happen in schools. I went to boarding house. Luckily, we never had any male teachers molest any of us, but we heard all sorts of stories, you know. And what is particularly boggling about this story was that this parent reported the matter to the principal. And her claim is that the principal said to her that even if she goes to Abuja, you know that QC is a unity school, that even if she goes to Abuja, nothing is going to happen to the Mr.
They've
Oshifala.
denied that. The school have denied that. They never said that. The vice principal himself said she never said that. But what boggled me is how they are so protecting this man. You know, everybody, the head girl, the teacher, everybody's saying that, no, he's a fantastic teacher. He's very good with the students. He's been here for X amount of years. And every successive principal has always appreciated what we told them how good this guy is.
So when the guy is so the best teacher,
when the guy is such a perfect guy, that's even the one that even scares me the most.
You see, in fact, from what from the report I saw just before I came on the air, was the fact that the last Teachers Day he bagged 5 awards.
5 awards, yeah.
God bless him. But you see again, the principal in her submission, if that report came from her, actually said that whenever any new principal comes, these allegations always arise. But that they will investigate and find him innocent. So and that investigations are still ongoing, that she's determined to pursue the matter to the end and all that. It's okay, you know, but I think that we need to go beyond the testimony of the people in the school. What we need
May I add testimony, because you're talking about testimony. They found out that all the girls, now a parent also mentioned that she interviewed girls and everybody denied. No, he has never done this to me. No, he has never done this to me. Talking about testimonies. Are they saying the truth or are they just afraid?
Yes.
So
that's an issue of fear.
We need to actually investigate the foundation or the evidence, you know, which this particular girl who has raised this particular dust, you know, is presenting. if it is viable or actionable, if it is usable, then we need to get maybe an independent investigator to go in there and look at the teacher's track record and see how they can establish this matter, because his name is at stake. Let's give it to him that, assuming he's such a good teacher and fantastic person, but that this allegation just come up all the time as phantom claims.
Well, different stories have come up from different sources. Some are saying, oh, he's very connected. Some are saying that he knows all the monile. I mean, not monile. There's a word they use.
The powers that be.
All the powers, the thugs in the area. So he's that person that everybody's scared of. He's very influential, and he's been there for so many years. So maybe that there's this iota of fear that might be there with the kids, saying like, listen, I don't want this man's trouble.
But that's with the kids. Will the principal also be afraid of him?
It's
Why
possible.
is she protecting him?
If
indeed.
It's possible. Some teachers are more powerful than their principals. I mean, if a teacher has been in the school for 20, 30 years, even 15 years, and you come in as a principal within 6 months, you are. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about. Yes, but the point is, we need we need
they become principalities
a principality over the principal.
No. Okay, let me take Uwa's comments on this.
My comment is a very funny comment this morning. I want to go in the light of the parents, because I have been in a situation where a teacher attempted to want to sleep with me. My agreed teacher, I think, I heard that he used to do it. But my own worry when I read through all the stories and all the allegations is all the girls that are coming out now to say that, yes, he did it to me, yes, he did it. Where were they? I mean, why didn't they speak up, at that point? So it brings me back to parenting. How are the mothers raising their girls? Are they raising the girls to feel that if I don't graduate from Queen's College, it's a death sentence? Because I don't see why a teacher would come and the teacher is not forcing them. If from all the stories that I read, attempt to kiss you, sometimes you
tell some of them, I want to marry you.
No, because even if he says he wants to marry them, so I mean, as a girl, will I not give you a dirty slap and walk away?
Isn't that part of that story that says the man has a lot of money? He throws he throws money around. So there are some people that
you have helped me to hit the nail on the head. I mean the hammer on the nail. So the point is, whatever it is that these girls are, whatever relationship I think they have with him, if these allegations are true, I will fault first of all the parents of these young girls. Because why would you raise your daughter to be timid? Not to stand up to a teacher.
It's easier said than done.
Mariah, I'm saying,
Mariah,
the worst case scenario is that I will be excommunicated from that school. Or if I fail, then no problem. I will go and demand for my script.
Let me take this call from John. John, are you there?
And I would like to respond after.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. We can hear you. John.
I think we lost
I'm
the
so
call.
sorry, John.
Now,
yes.
let me finish my point before you respond.
Okay.
When my husband finished his NYSC, he was going to teach secondary school girls that were preparing for what's it called, for WAEC then. He didn't know that the style in that school was that any teacher that just comes, they would arrange themselves the most pretty girl. So the fellow NYSC guys were telling him that, which one have you picked? He was wondering, what were you thinking? That people that have not, they are struggling to pass their exams. Now, there's a part also of secondary school girls trying to feel among. Trying to feel like, okay, yes, me too, I'm dating the top teacher in town. We cannot, listen,
It is true.
if we want to dissect this story, let's dissect it from
Sure.
head to toe. I cannot believe,
I agree with that.
I choose not to believe that a teacher would harass me. Then I will now keep quiet and be, no.
No, because
I go
Please,
with Uwa, on that
Me,
point.
I am not timid in any way. And I was harassed by my teachers.
So what did you do?
Hang in there.
I reported, first of all, to my HOD.
Okay.
Who, when we were doing orientation as year 1 students, I said, if any teacher in this department tries to touch you, come to me. So the first thing I did was to go to him. And he did his own investigation. I spoke to my classmates and said, I trusted this particular teacher. I had been doing very well in his courses. So I thought that there was a rapport. This shouldn't have happened. So I went back to him with a tape recorder on me to go and record our conversation. And I opened it and said, sir, you touched me. You shouldn't have done that. And he saw the way I came to him and said, I'm very, very sorry. Now, I think that the department knew that he was doing things like that. they called him and spoke to him. This had nothing at all to do with my mother or how I was raised.
Let me pause for a second. Let me take Joshua's call. Joshua, are you there?
You answered my question, don't worry.
Joshua, are you there?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. Good morning.
Morning.
In this sort of case, that teacher must be investigated very well. And in that school, in the case of where a female student and a teacher, maybe there's something within them that nobody knows. And in that teacher, and their service was carried out.
I can't hear him, bro.
You know what?
It was so hard to hear you, sir.
Can I pick something? Even in boarding houses, do you know that when I was in school, it was a thing of pride for you to be, flaunting and saying that me too, I'm sexually active.
No, I'm dating a big boy.
Let me finish. It's an all-girl.
What you're saying is
Let
real.
me finish now. It's an all-girl school. Let me tell you
What
something.
point is real?
You don't. If you've not been there, you cannot open your mouth and say what you don't know.
Yeah.
You went to your lecturer and you went to report. That is what I'm saying. If he has been molesting girls for the number of years that they say he has been, how come? No, there's no report of history report to say this thing here they've been reporting.
No, we've investigated and we found nothing. But you see, no matter how much you say that we found nothing, there's always an underlying truth somewhere. There's no smoke without fire. Something must have transpired, and if something transpired at all, that man, if he did it, shouldn't be there in the first place.
There's a saying in law. I can't get the how this is how it's said in Latin. But let me give an example. I think it was either in UI or one university.
Can I pause
they
you for a
expressed
second?
some students. Okay.
Nika, are you there?
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Go ahead, please.
Yes, based on this matter, I'm actually an old QC girl.
Okay.
And I want to talk about this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not trying to, support the teacher or say anything. But then again, it was once my class teacher and all of that. Father Rice, he was very, he was one of those teachers that, said very funny jokes. I cannot say, he ever molested anybody.
Thank you.
Right? But there were instances where the students themselves were very interested in some male teachers. You gave an example of, the NYC thing. I remember then when, we had the NYC teachers come around. There were always, girls that would, there's a new guy in school and all of that. So I'm not blaming or saying that teacher is right or wrong.
Thank you.
But there needs to be an investigation done.
God bless you, my sister.
Let me ask you something, Nike. When you say funny jokes, what do you mean by funny jokes?
He was vulgar.
It was very vulgar.
Vulgar. They were those allegations.
Can I hold on my point?
Grounds to sack a teacher. You know you're not grounds to sack a teacher. You're vulgar. Let me let Cyril come in. Let me let Cyril come in.
That is no more molestation. That is a mutual.
Cyril
finish. When you molest me,
that's
let me finish.
But you interrupted somebody else. It's not true what you're saying.
When you say molestation, it means I forcefully violate you. But this is no longer molestation.
No.
We'll
respond to that. Sexual harassment.
I have to take a commercial break. I'll come to you.
No problem.
Welcome back. Okay, let's start with Cyril. Cyril, you have the floor now.
Well, we had a more heated discussion during the the break, but I just wanted to point out the fact that two things. Sexual harassment is not only when I approach a lady and begin to touch her. From the time I begin to use vulgar language and try to arouse and and try to do even with words, what I've not started doing with my hands, I'm already harassing a person. It is no longer harassment when there is some sort of mutual consent, and even at that, you know what they call statutory rape. You cannot be doing that to a minor.
God bless you.
That is one. Then number two, again, you see,
Bam.
the school, legally speaking, cannot be a judge in its own case.
Thank you.
If it is about the principal setting up a committee to investigate the matter, they will come up
It's
with
already failed.
It's a fait accompli.
Now,
Like I said, we need to carry out
investigation.
Again, how
Proper investigation.
how long should the teacher stay in a particular school? You know, these are
They
issues.
should be posting them about
now that
everywhere.
an alumni of the school has called him to actually
said he was vulgar.
Corroborate the fact that he was vulgar. It doesn't matter even if the children we are laughing and enjoying those jokes. Sometimes a teacher teaching in class, he has eye contact with these children. I thought in my NYC days too, you see children come to school in their books, they have condoms there. And you ask yourself, what are they coming to do with these things?
May I address the issue?
How the tweets that are taking rounds that he also molested some girls in the
allegedly.
lesson. So allegedly.
Yeah.
In some lessons that he was telling.
May I address this? Now, as a teenager, 13, 14, you have hormones running all over you as you become an adolescent and you're attracted to the opposite sex.
Certainly.
And you want to look attractive.
And now, is at that age that a lot of girls start to have sex today?
Yes.
Outside of school, in fact. So, it is not an excuse for a teacher who should know better. Even if they are approaching you, one, they are minors by law. If you sleep with any of those girls, you have violated a Nigerian law, child rights. They are underage. So I know this thing of that girls will walk up to their teacher is not an excuse. A teacher must never date a student. Exactly. It's unallowed.
Let me take this call from Kogi State. Good morning. Are you there? I come back. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Go ahead, please.
Excuse me. You have to make that clear.
Good morning. I've been enjoying your program.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Yes. I just want to tell you that the school itself will want to protect their own image to the world.
True.
The school want to protect their own image. I'm speaking. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
very
you can.
clearly.
Go ahead.
Okay. The school are trying to protect their own image to the whole country. That is most likely why every time they make an investigation, they'll never bring out the truth of this matter.
True.
As such, they will always say that he is innocent. Because if they say, okay, this guy we found guilty, it means that he has some other teachers who are also doing this thing with him. And people will begin to run away from that school. Imagine that Queen's College, with that prestigious name, ever since a teacher is found guilty of such an offense, of course, you know that people will begin to leave.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you. You're very correct. My question now to you is, even if he did not molest, if all he did was use
Of course,
he
will
is that not enough?
It's enough.
Yes,
Can I explain something
yes,
to you?
yes.
I am not exonerating the teacher.
In any way.
In any way. If he's found using those vulgar words in class and all that, he should be prosecuted. But I'm saying that when you say that you're being molested, there's a part of consent. You know, he mentioned something very, very important here, that in Queen's College, the alumni, you know that most of these parents that put their children in these schools, they are more focused on the fact that, oh, my child is an alumni of this school. So you're not even training that girl to say, no matter what happened, it doesn't mean that because you want to become an alumni, you take bullshit from these, excuse my French, you take it from what's it called, from any teacher. When I was in the university, a lecturer was trying to date me. And I was telling this guy that I'm a Christian. He said he too is a knight in this thing, so there's nothing wrong. But bottom line is that he didn't come and put a gun to my neck to say I must sleep with him.
What did he touch you?
Hold on, he did not touch me.
If he did,
he did not.
If he
Are you
did,
kidding?
He could have.
He could have. He could have.
Wait,
I will
please,
make
can
sure
we-
that
can
I
we-
take him
can we-
personally
can
to
Go
go
back to what Jubaka said.
Exactly.
They are young girls.
Madam.
They are always there are a lot of hormones going on. Definitely, you may want to
If your
experiment.
hormones are
But
going
you,
wild,
as a man, as a teacher,
it's
should
not
know
an
better.
If your hormones are going wild, Murayo, if your hormones are going wild, it means that if you are now giving into that kind of what's it called temptation, it means that the foundation is faulty. They did not do the work from the home.
The school
I
issues a
disagree.
certificate.
I know what my mother told me
At
growing
the end
up.
of your stay in school, they say you have been trained in character and in learning. If we don't understand the philosophy of education, let us go back to the foundations. You're not just there to gather knowledge. You're there to be formed both in character and in learning. And if your teachers cannot afford it, then they have failed.
Okay, let me take this call from Nikki, I believe, or from Amuwe.
Hello.
Good morning, Ali Mola.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Tani Mola, go ahead, please. Thanks for calling.
Okay, first of all, I want to say congratulations to Tokpe.
Yes, sir.
Yo. Please send our regards to her from the viewers.
Surely.
Then, secondly, regarding the issue,
Yes.
I'm an old girl of QC. Yeah, so I think it's like over 15 years ago. And back then, I don't remember this teacher, but I know that we had issues of, there were these boys that used to bring coke for our snacks and stuff like that. And you find girls even flirting with coke boys. That's what they were calling them there. We had coppers that were having these issues. And we understand that, yes, there will be girls that will always do this because different people have different upbringings. But in as much as girls will throw themselves at these, let me call adults, because that's what they all are. Yeah. In as much as girls will throw themselves at these adults, there should be an understanding that these adults should be able to respect themselves enough to know how to draw a line. No matter how a girl comes at you and you're in the school, you're a teacher or you're someone that should be respected. And then you're someone that should know better. So you should always be able to draw the line. And even apart from that, it's very important for mothers to know how they are training their girls.
Thank you.
To be able to have a good relationship with your daughter.
I was waiting for that.
On both sides, thank you so much, Tammy. I think on both sides we have both the strong arguments.
Of course.
Investigations are ongoing.
Yes.
There was a PTC or PTA meeting over the weekend, emergency meeting. We are waiting for the investigation because QC is a big brand. It's a big brand.
Let me add something.
So we want to get to the bottom. All of us are watching.
Let me also
we want
add
to know what happened to Mr. Oshifala.
That's all right.
He's a very popular man.
Let me also add something for your information.
Yes.
Good teachers.
Tweets.
Good teachers. There's also a possibility that they also might, praying eyes are on them. You can't. It's a big school. People are commending me as well.
Let's take tweets. Let's take 3 each, please.
Let me look for the one.
It's wrong for any teacher to harass or date his student because he has violated trust placed on him. Conk Niger Music said, "Ooh, wow. What do you understand by sexual harassment? Even in offices, we have male colleagues flirt with females." Adenaike says, "It takes courage to speak out when you are harassed." Uwa is mixing it all up. Don't compare the mind of a child to that of an adult. Bilikisu says, "Teachers that are found guilty of having affairs with students should be banned from teaching. It is wrong on so many levels." Sharadin says, "Uwa, you are very sincere and practical about this discourse. Most ladies of today want to belong to the You Look Sexy Club."
Thank you.
Barrister Ada says, "Molestation does not have to involve consent. What are you saying on national television?"
I understand where Uwa is coming from. He said, aside from values, home values, the school also had theirs. You shouldn't be found alone with a teacher. Then LM, that's from Pearl. LM says, let's just all agree that all the kids keeping silent is due to their self-esteem or fear, which comes from upbringing. Then someone else says, stop child sexual abuse says, students of QC are children and are liable to being groomed by adults. Why would a teacher use vulgar language?
All right, we have to end this segment right now because the truth is that it's an ongoing investigation. Hopefully we should get to the bottom of this very soon. Jumoke is definitely monitoring.
I am monitoring. Mothers, and see, let me just beg the mothers, please, when you're raising children of 2 years old now, they will still come out and say, see what somebody did to me. Raise your children not to be timid.
Commend this mother.
We have to take a break
now.
I commend her.
When we come back, that's true. We didn't commend the mother.
Yeah, I commend her.
She spoke out and said, "I'm ready to take away my child from this school."
Better. That is what I want.
That's already taking the child away.
That's
what
I want.
Now. We have to switch over now. We have a guest in the building. They're from the International Color Day group. I think they're going to be talking about what the International Color Day means. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Yes, welcome back. Excuse me. It is the International Color Day, and we have a guest from the Color Africa Beautiful. That's initiative and an NGO to enlighten us on what Color Day is all about. Joining us to discuss this is the convener, Becky Oyimbo. Is it Oyimbo?
OYIBO. Oyimbo.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You can call us on 07080668014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect, and please hashtag Yourvieww TVC. Yes, Becky, what is Color Africa? What does that mean?
Color Africa Beautiful Initiative. Actually, we're all about sensitizing the people on the power of color and how it affects us, and of course, the appropriate use of color in every human endeavor. So, but this year, like you rightly said, today actually is the International Color Day. It has never been celebrated here in Nigeria, probably in Africa, really, except maybe South Africa, but not really, not officially. So, but we're bringing it in, you know, and then we have all the rights and the, you know, support from the people who established this day. That's the International Color Association. It's the largest color association in the world, and I'm also part of them.
Why do I need to understand color? Why do I need to? What's
the reason why you need to understand color, actually, that's the reason why we're here, really, because we cannot honestly celebrate color if we don't understand what it is or how we can take advantage of it to, you know, better our well-being. Okay, you need to understand color because color is a sensory perception. So you actually do not just see color with your eyes, you see it with your mind. It's just that you see it through the eyes. That's just what it is. You see someone and you judge them because research has shown over and over that we judge things, people or environments, within 90 seconds of initial viewing, and 90% of this perception is based on color alone.
Okay, just by looking at me in my all pink, how do you judge me?
On a Monday.
For me, I think you like pink. That was what I just felt like, really, for you to take pink. No, that's my judge. You see what I'm saying? I actually just judged you. I said, really, you took out time to take pink and pink and pink, and then your nails, you know, red. I'm like,
that's white.
I'm like, you, exactly. You know, no, this is exactly what we're talking about. Lights, you cannot take out color and light. They are like twin. It's without light, you cannot see color, you cannot understand what it is.
So people say that when you are angry, there are certain colors that you're drawn to.
Yes.
I think I'm trying to agree with that. But I want to talk about the color of our skin.
Okay.
Is this part of your awareness program? Because a lot of people are not comfortable with the birth color. So we've had, you know, Africa has the largest... And Nigeria, in short, the largest population of people that have transformed their skin color to a lighter complexion because they're not comfortable in their skin. So are you doing anything in that light as well?
Definitely, we're going to be touching a lot of areas, but not to digress, we're actually focusing on children, the school, environment, how the environment affects them. Because what they have is actually man-made environment. And so you took time out to design the place and put the colors there. And most times, these people design it based on their favorite color. It shouldn't be because there are psychological needs of those children and their ages. They are actually, some of them are extroverted, like, because the little ones, that's why you see them with so much life. You cannot bring this kind of color and then this one and maybe that, and they choose this one. They will not. They don't do pastel colors. They go for the bright, you know, the red. That's why you have toys in all these bright colors because that's the energy.
So it means that even in classrooms,
yes,
they are supposed to be like for age year 5, year 6. There are certain colors you're supposed to paint the walls.
Absolutely.
Oh, I see.
Absolutely. It actually does a lot when it comes to your academic performance in terms of learning, assimilation, communication, because that's what color is. Okay.
With the economic situation of Nigeria today, and parents being faced with so much, you can understand why it will be the least of anyone's problems, the color of which toy that you're buying. So, celebrating this day, how does it...
What's the real essence?
In Nigeria.
Exactly. The essence, like I said, is for us to see color in another way.
It's
beyond decoration and fashion. Now, let me explain to you how this works. We are not telling you to do something extra. You're doing it.
Already.
You're painting. But we're just telling you that, hey,
paint the right colors.
Just do the right things. If I tell you that I judged you by this, maybe next time you want to take time out to say, you know what, I'm going to this place and I want them to take me seriously. And then probably you want to put on, you know, and then you're more drawn with your mood. You pick the colors. When you're really down and we just go for the blacks and the gray and the, oh, please. When we say, let's go to Owambe party, you see everybody, oh yeah, where's the gele? Red, oh yeah, orange, because there's a mood that goes with it.
On this day, on this
okay, so this day, actually, we're going to schools. We have invites already, so we're going to schools to talk to those children about color associations, color meaning, symbolism. Now, association is because if you think yellow, what comes to your mind? Everybody says
happy color.
Not just that, we say the sun. So you must relate it to something so you can understand the power, because color has power, because it's light, it's energy, it has influence. So that is both in branding, in fashion, in anything. It actually sway your buying in terms of you want to do business with someone. You come into the place and you're like, oh, please, this place does not look like it.
Yeah.
And then, I need to mention this. When you paint the place, usually these people will always say, so we don't paint every other time. Let us use one dark color. What they do not understand is, and most times they want to like manage space. You see one small space, they are demarcating. And then, no, seriously, wait, it's fine, but you can use color to actually give that impression that the place is wide. Yeah. These are the things we're talking about. Now, if you choke these children and you're bringing dull colors, I mean, their spirit, you're damping their spirit. They cannot function very well.
Check the colors of our classroom.
Why is seriously feeling you this morning?
Yes, so I'm feeling her.
Now, the thing is, maybe because sometimes when we talk about this, I'm a color psychologist. And I was trained in America. And I took out time, not just being trained, I'm actually accredited over there. So I know what I'm talking about, and I have the statistics, not just statistics.
So what is the color you should paint, for instance, a child in year 5, year 6? What are the colors,
Year 5, year 6,
like
year 5, year 6, they are still, liking colors, of course, not like, but they have a choice.
Okay.
At that time, they can tell you, my favorite color is this, not like the 2-year-old or the 3-year-old they do. They just pick anything that, like looks bright. So then you have to consider, because that age group, they actually choose a certain, like like the boys, that is when they pick the blue. Okay. It's just so natural. They just pick the blue.
We have to round up now. So is there any other message you want to tell us about this day?
We're going to schools, and then we also have a conference for people who take decision regarding the learning environment. They need to understand that this affects them, and we're not telling them to do something different. And then so let them just come and learn how it is. And I'm not the only one speaking. I have the Nigeria's foremost mental health expert, that's Dr. Memuna Kadiri. And then we also have an educational psychologist coming on board. And of course, we cannot talk about, because the team is actually creating a positive learning environment, for the African child. So we can't be talking about positive learning environment without bringing in safety. So we're bringing a safety expert as well. So, and it's on 29th of this same month.
Okay. Fantastic. Yes. We'll tweet the details for our viewers.
No problem.
I'd like to learn.
I'd love to come and learn.
Come and learn from Sam.
Please just come. It's actually a free event.
Time is far gone.
Everybody can come.
Our time is far gone. All right. Thank you so much for coming, Becky.
Thank you for having me.
We know Jumoke is not interested in this matter, but
not at all.
I would try.
I would have loved to
I am
know
very
how,
interested.
how outside education I can invest in color.
Ask her after the show. That's all we can take on the show this morning. We're following up on Mr. Shifala, wherever he is. Mr. Shifala, we understand. Right now, everybody knows you. You're the most popular teacher in Nigeria right now. But we are praying that you're not guilty. If you are guilty, we are going to come and get you. Just joking, no, please. That's all we can take on the show. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mr. Shifala.